Just chatting with Steve as we switched out with Kelly and Michael, and we said, hey, are we out of the woods? He said, not even close, right, Steve?
Yeah, exactly. Especially Treasure Coast, where
Right.
some of the strongest winds have been reported in the last hour to hour and a half. Palm Beach County, I think we've peaked at our winds, or very close to it, and it'll be a slow, very, very slow trend to lower wind gusts through the rest of the evening and overnight. So, yeah,
Okay.
we're such a large viewing area too. We're talking, like, you know, Boca to Vero and Sebastian is a long, long distance, and this hurricane is a slow mover as now it's over Fort Myers, and it's still a Category 2. 105-mile-an-hour winds. This is the 8 p.m. intermediate advisory, moving north at 14. That's nice to see. So that forward speed is actually picking up, and it'll increase later tonight too. So it's headed toward Tampa, and that's about 2 a.m., and then it's up eventually as a tropical storm still, working in around Atlanta, and then after that it's of course heading up to, well, eventually up into the northeast. Now here's a look at the latest radar with a Live Viper 5 Max, and the heaviest bands are now way off the coast, but we still have trailing rains, and there's the eye of the storm right there as it works through the Fort Myers area, and this big band right here fired up a 99-mile-an-hour wind gust at the power plant in the last hour, about exactly an hour ago actually, and now that is working from Vero in towards Sebastian, and it'll be out of the viewing area at the time. We also had almost a 60-mile-an-hour wind in Okeechobee in the last hour too, actually in the last half hour, and that'll closer to the storm center, which is right there over Fort Myers, and there's Okeechobee. So the lake area looking at some very strong winds, but not looking at this storm moving any closer to the lake and any closer to the coastline in our area. It is heading north, and it's heading north quickly. So in the next few hours, we're going to see a trend to lower wind speeds and less rain. In fact, the less rain has already started because there's so much dry air getting entrained. Obviously, there'll be some showers, there'll be some squalls come through, but those heavy, just tropical rains are now starting to move away from the area. I want to talk about the winds and the wind gusts, because even through the next few, we still have the chance for 75, down around 11 o'clock, 65-mile-an-hour winds, gusts, and then dropping off in a big way after midnight and about 2 in the morning. So these are still winds that'll do some damage to trees, power lines, and take out the power in a few spots. And the higher chances on the Treasure Coast and Palm Beach County, but it does improve, but it's a slow improvement. We don't go from 70 miles an hour down to 20 and 30 in the next few hours. It's a very slow trend for less wind overnight.